What's up, y'all? My name is Elijah Walker with the Narrative Podcast, sponsored by Strangers Club. And today we're here at Streamer University, the final day. And I'm here with Preacher. Preacher, can you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Preacher Christ. I go as the hood preacher of Chicago of the world. And to God be the glory. I'm blessed. I know how to get a good word to you.
Amen. So, what's your opinion on the whole Streamer University experience?
Well, to be honest, this whole experience is blessed. From the beginning up until right now, I've seen that Kai didn't just pick us. God used Kai's hand to pick us. 'Cause I'm very spiritual, so I know how to peep things. I know how to place things where they belong. Kai, the way he picked us, he didn't even understand God was using him the whole time. And so to have someone like me in here, this is a prime example that Kai is a listener. He listens to God very well.
Amen. Coming from Chicago, what does it mean to still be here today on this level?
Oh, greatness. Great. I've been shot at. I've been in penitentiary. I've been incarcerated, Cook County Jail. I've been suicidal because of situations of life growing up in Chicago. But one thing Chicago did, it does this, it does two things to you. It either takes a lot from you or it gives you something to find. It gives you a drive to go out there and find something to live for and to do more and do better. And that's what happened to me in Chicago. I didn't just give up. I had to see there was more out there for me because I knew better. To God be the glory.
Amen. What's your advice to younger guys and just people in general on mental health?
Get some help. Talk about it. Seek somebody, not just a spiritual advisor or a counselor. Go to God, of course. Go to God for sure. But find that personal relationship with yourself. Admit them things to yourself. Sometimes the problem is us. Sometimes it's not just people. It's not just a loved one, a family member, a friend, ex-spouse, whatever, a job, a co-worker. Sometimes it's our thinking. We have no idea that God has a way of answering our prayers with problems. God be the glory.
So, for the younger people struggling to find their way, wanting to feel like they made it to that next level, what advice can you give to them on choosing the right support group?
Okay. Know what you say. Know who to talk to. When you start releasing certain things, of words, of feelings, emotions to certain people, you have to understand not everybody know how to perceive that or receive that. So when you don't get received or when you don't get embraced how you're trying to be embraced, understand that just might not be your group, but your group is still coming. Just be patient and wait for it to come. To God be the glory.
What advice can you give? Well, what advice would you give to your younger self? Because there's somebody out there like you, whether it's from Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, or even from Ohio, that are walking the same steps in the same paths that you have. What advice would you give to them?
Trust the walk that you are on. If you don't got to be a gangster, don't be a gangster. If you don't got to be a drug dealer, don't be a drug dealer. If you don't got to carry guns, carry guns. Be yourself. I had to learn that on my own. It wasn't just the streets. One thing about me being in the streets, I was accepted, but I was accepted because of my spirit, because of my heart. So I'm gonna say it again for y'all that's also just walked up. If you don't gotta carry a gun, don't carry a gun. If you don't gotta sell drugs, don't sell drugs. If you don't gotta be violent, don't be violent. Try your hardest to just use your heart and be who you think God called you to be. God be the glory.
Amen. Thank you, preacher.
God bless
So this Elijah Walker with Strangers Club with the Narrative Podcast. I'm just about to ask, what's your name?
you. Jamal,
Jamal. Right now, how you feel about the streaming university? So what's your opinion on it?
man, I love it. But all this tech shit messing it up, bro.
What you mean by that?
Like I can't stream on it, bro. I can't stream.
So you're saying you need to upgrade your equipment?
No, I just need to fix it. That's it.
Okay, so you need to fix. So what's your opinion on the upcoming streamers trying to get to that next level?
Hey, if you want to be on like my level, some shit. Well, my level different. But if you want to be on like higher levels, like Kai and Speed and Ross, you gotta be confident and shit. Don't be nervous. Like I'm still doing that shit right now, but don't be nervous, guys. Do this shit. Like, say if you want to go up to a girl, but you're too scared to. Nigga, you gotta do that shit, bro. You got to.
So I'm here with the Narrative Podcast. I'm gonna interview Devontae, Cenat right here. So what's your opinion on the streamer university?
Everything is cool. Everybody gets the opportunity to like blow up from here. I think it's a great like layup for everybody to lock in and do what they gotta do. Even though a lot of people wasn't chosen, they still gotta grind, put in the same work they was doing before. Um, Other than that, it's been fun.
Okay. So what's your relation to Kai?
His older brother.
So you're his older brother. How does it feel being his older brother, seeing his progression from the start to where he's at now?
I think ever since he started doing content, I already knew he was gonna blow up. Like it was just a feeling that I already knew off rip.
What was the difference between his approach to streaming versus everybody else, being that he became the biggest of all time on Twitch?
I feel like his personality is like a rare personality, so not a lot of people got the same personality as him. Like I feel like once once you do something and make it a trend, and then people start doing it after you or whatever, you have like that proves like you got a rare personality. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was easy for him to go up because of his personality.
Right. So, like, I have a brand called Strangers Club, and my whole thing is embracing people to just be themselves. Would you say that Kai is just completely himself?
Yeah, I would say that. I would say he's completely himself. You know what I'm saying? I could tell sometimes if he's not himself, or whatever. But most of the time, he's just himself.
What's your opinion on mental health with the stages that he's reaching and just mental health in general?
I think. Wait, repeat the question. Sorry.
What's your opinion on mental health, especially like with seeing your brother, the stages that he's at and the levels he's reached? Like, how has your perspective of mental health changed with seeing where he's went and just you being his brother? Like, I can only imagine it's a different kind of pressure. So, what's your opinion on mental health?
I just, I feel like for me, I just do my own thing, whatever, and take breaks off of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like consistent streaming content always going on. You know, something like breaks is good for people to have in this field of work.
Okay. What's your advice to up and coming streamers if you have like a clothing brand or just anybody trying to get to a bigger level? What's your advice to them?
I'll say like there's a lot of competition, and people should look at their competition and get examples of like, most of the stuff that people see in brands and clothing brands and stuff like that. Um, so most of the stuff looks like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like your thing is simple, calm and stuff like that. It's not too much, nothing going on. A lot of people like to do a lot of too much going on. So
Yeah, that's
I
love,
feel
man.
like
I
yeah,
appreciate that.
you
That's
got you
love.
got you got
Yeah.
to stick out in what type of stuff you do. So that's
So my last question: what's your opinion on God?
I love God. Always pray every day before I go to bed. I say always keep him with you all the time, and he'll guide you on whatever path you need.
Amen, man. I appreciate you for taking this time, Devontae. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Pleasure to meet you too, bro.
Give me advice on mental health real quick. Give us somebody advice on mental health real quick. Amen. That's it.